In this video I will show you a quick and easy technique how you can make your own unique top loops out of existing top loop material. I guess the same thing works with fills and other drum kind of like loops or sequences as well. So let's check this out. So all we need a pack with top loops, or if you have Splice or Loop Cloud then you can download a bunch. The important thing is that they are kind of like made up equal a bit. As you can see here, if I switch this to bars, so this is like 16 bars, 8 bars, 8 bars, and so on. So it's not like that there's like an awkward format in it which has like 3 16th note and then repeats. So it's all kind of like quite on the grid, the rhythm. So let's take this now and we will put this in here. And the next important thing is we want to warp this, because now it's 136 and we have 145. So we need to make sure that it's really on the grid so that everything kind of like fits really nicely. And repitch might be quite a stretch for 134. So let's take beats maybe, which I think is a recommended one by Ableton, but you can also check out complex, and you can also check out here if transients or 1/16 or something works better. That's something you need to experiment a bit. Once we have this set up, then we will go to trigger mode, follow action. It's important that you have selected all of them. And then we will go here to any. Any means it can play itself, it can play any other. Then we go to unlink them and make them every 16th note changing. You can also try like 8s or up to a quarter note if you want to keep more like one loop stable and not switch so much around. But the idea behind this is, that's why I said you should take them probably from one pack ideally, is that certain drums are positioned in certain ways. So let's say if we take a basic drum groove, as you know from my drums tutorial, which I will link up here, then snares may appear more on the second and the fourth position, or in Psytrance hi-hats are like every 16th, and the open hi-hat, for example, comes every 8th note. And the same goes, of course, for top loops or for fills. So there are certain positions in which the drums are naturally placed and in which you will find them in this loop material already. And by unlink them and then here triggering legato, and this is important because this, as you can read here on the left side, says that the clip starts where the last clip ended. So let's say our first clip, we play 1/16 of the first clip, then the next clip will start at the second 16th and the third one on the third 16th. And by keeping it legato, we're also keeping the natural position in the loop, and our loops will sound more professional and less random. I mean, you can of course try it without legato, maybe you get good results by just triggering the first notes, but I guess this makes a bit more sense. If you like this video, then please hit the like button. That helps me to spread this video and also shows me which videos you guys are interested. So once you have this, we will record this out. So we have here our source, and we record it here from source in our top recorder here. And you can do this either like for a certain number of bars, so whatever, 64 bars, or you can loop this and then use Ableton's takes, which I will do here. So I will switch also off the original drums so that you can hear a bit what's happening. So those are now off, but we will need them later again. And we will arm both tracks here so that we have the source recording. This is especially important if you don't take takes, then you are able to tweak it later. Otherwise, it doesn't really do a lot. And we also want to record, of course, from here, from our source into the top recorder here. So let's launch this. So now we will listen through our material, and the important thing is to switch the drums on again, because you really want to hear the summing of the drums. So you might have a top loop which sounds nice, but then when you sum it with your normal drums, it doesn't anymore. So that's what we want to avoid. And I will put them all on again, and then we will hear what's happening with our normal drums. And everything we like, we will put down here. And I'm actually aiming for like maybe like a bar or even shorter than that. So I don't want to have like top loops 16 bars going on. I mean, it's up to taste what you like, but I prefer to have them short because that kind of like makes it repetitive and makes drum groove a bit faster. And now we will just skim through here, and with command up and down we can go through the takes here. Okay, so we skimmed through the material and now it's time to select the one we like the most. And we can keep the other one for other projects, but I would just redo it in every project and you will see if it works really with the drum groove you already have. If you aren't already subscribed to this channel, then please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. The bell icon is really important for you because whenever I make a new technique, a new tutorial, then you will get notified. So I will just like A/B them, which one I like better, so which one is the winner. Maybe we can even keep a fourth part for being interesting. I like that shot here in the end, this one. No, this one actually. It depends on your taste, so let's choose this one as the winner now. I think this is also pretty cool. Maybe we can replace it in another part. This could be a more special thing, maybe for the break or something like that. This one, as already mentioned, would be only an add-on. Yeah, I think this one is good. We could do something like that if we want to get creative. Or maybe like this. But to be honest, I would just use them like this. I would loop them, and now if you loop them, it loops everything, so that's not what we want. So we just loop it like here, and then we will just place it all over so that we can nicely see what happens. There's like a little click in there somewhere. We would definitely need to take that one off if we want to use it. I think here as well. So what we'll do is, instead of looping it, we will just consolidate it. But there's one more thing I want to show you, which is really important in here. So everything is supposed to start in the right position on 16th notes as we have warped it, but sometimes samples are not so clean in here. So this one is starting a bit earlier. I think that's something we can bear with, but like this one, for example, yeah, maybe also like still acceptable, but I have seen samples which really start late sometimes. Yeah, like this here, for example. This is definitely too late. We don't want to have that much swing. Also here is some like little thing. So the safest thing is actually we just move this here. Also we remove this, and you go through all of those like nice little samples here, and you just check that everything is really where you want to have this, like this, and then we have this here. Also, I would kind of like ignore that little part maybe here. Here we could actually go the other way around a bit, maybe. We just do like this, and then this, we add like a little fade. Okay, and now once we have it like good, here we can also add some fades, and we can just select everything and really consolidate it nicely. I'll fade again, duplicate that. And then we have a really nice loop without clicks and everything starting nice and neat. So that's how I would go if I want to have new top loops. Of course, you can also just select a sample, but if you want to be a bit more unique and you want to make your own library, then you can just do this with existing material. Very easy, very quick. And you have seen we have created like plenty of options which we could use. And I mean, you can whatever, go for a walk and you have like hundreds more of that. Of course, they will have some similarity because of the pack. You can also mix packs and experiment with that. But I guess it's a very good option to get some uniqueness in your loops without completely assembling them by hand.